You don't understand, bro. Let me tell you. My stuttering started back in 2020. You see, when everybody else was kind of worrying about um, lockdowns and losing their sense of smell and their sense of taste, I, 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 are you serious, bro? Stuttering is not contagious. it's not. It's not contagious. All right, it's not. Um, it may be hereditary because, like in my case, I actually inherited or kind of inherited my stutter. My father had a stutter. My grandfather had a stutter. My uh, uncle, sister, brother, varying degrees, like and different triggers. Because mine is more when I get anxious, or if I get nervous, that's when it kind of comes out. And also, I tend to talk fast with that too, so it's like a double, you know. But yeah, so it actually gave me an idea because I was considering what if there was an event that, similar to COVID 19, caused the world to kind of shift.
Chapter 1: The First Pause. The world didn't notice it at first. Amid the ever-present hum of COVID updates, lockdowns, and economic uncertainty, a curious symptom began to emerge. It started as isolated anecdotes. A politician tripping over their words during a live address, a famous talk show host suddenly pausing mid-sentence, their face contorted with effort. Social media laughed it off. Brain fog, they said. Just another side effect. But the laughter faded as more stories rolled in. A news anchor repeated the same word 4 times before managing to finish her sentence. A CEO of a major tech company stammered through a high-stakes presentation, the boardroom silent and uneasy. By the time the World Health Organization held a press conference to address the situation, their spokesperson herself faltered, stuttering over critical details about the mutation of COVID-19. The world froze. This was no laughing matter anymore. The call to action. In a modest living room in Cleveland, Ohio, 56-year-old Jean Carter turned off the television. Her hands trembled as she leaned back in her armchair, staring at the blank screen. Jean had stuttered her entire life. She'd grown up enduring the impatient sighs of teachers, the smirks of classmates, the well-meaning but patronizing advice from strangers. Slow down, they'd say. Just think about what you're trying to say. Now, the world was experiencing a fraction of what she'd lived with every day. The irony was almost too much to bear. Her phone buzzed on the side table. It was Liam Gwynn, a young man she'd mentored years ago through her volunteer work with the National Stuttering Association. "You watching this?" Liam asked, his voice tinged with disbelief. "Of course," Jean replied, her words measured and deliberate. "They're scared. Yeah, but maybe they'll finally listen." Jean wasn't so sure. People rarely listened to stutterers. They tolerated them. But as she scrolled through her social media feed, she noticed something different. People were asking questions. How do you cope? What should we do? For the first time in her life, Jean saw curiosity instead of dismissal. She felt the stirrings of something she hadn't dared to hope for in years.
So yeah, that's speech strain. Let me know if you want me to turn this into more audiobook or if you want to read it. This was like an excerpt from chapter 1.